A lot of people ask what's better, Star Wars Unlimited or Magic the Gathering. One of them has been the king of trading card games for over 30 years. The other is brand new, but backed by one of the biggest franchises on the planet. And somehow neither side can agree which one is actually worth your money. So today we'll try and settle that. Stick around because by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which game is right for you, based on your wallet, lifestyle, and what the market actually looks like right now. Before we start swinging punches, let's all just make sure we're on the same page. Because these two games actually have a lot more in common than what most people realize. And that's where the drama starts. Magic the Gathering was launched in 1993. That is arguably older than most of you watching this video right now. It was created by Richard Garfield and has been the undisputed heavyweight champion of the TCG world. Does not look like it's slowing down either. The premise is elegant. You cast spells, summon creatures, tap lands for mana, and you try and get your opponent's life total down to 0. It is a simple idea, but it has a terrifying depth. The system that it runs on is unique and complex without question. If you want to know more detail and dive a little bit more in depth, the video link is down below. There are currently over 30,000 unique cards in existence, spanning over hundreds of sets and formats. It is without question the most complex TCG ever made. So, how does Star Wars Unlimited stand up to that? Star Wars Unlimited launched in March of 2024. It's still such a baby. It was developed by Fantasy Flight Games under Asmodee and is built on a much simpler premise. You pick a leader, an iconic character from somewhere in the Star Wars universe, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and you try to destroy your opponent's base before they destroy yours. It has a two-lane system, a ground arena and a space arena, very on-brand and lore accurate. TIE fighters can't shoot stormtroopers. You have to manage both fronts simultaneously. Resources work differently to Magic's land base too, which is a big deal and we'll get to in a second. But here's the thing, Star Wars Unlimited didn't just come out of nowhere. There were many Star Wars TCGs before it, each of them dying out while fighting for a seat at the table. But here's the thing, everybody loves Star Wars. So when SWU launched, everybody got excited. But there was one question on everyone's minds. Is this game going to last, or are we going to get burned again? Hold on to that thought and we'll come back to it. Both of these games really earned their hype. And we'll start with MTG first. Magic the Gathering has something no other TCG can replace: 30 years of momentum. Friday Night Magic events are hosted globally at local game stores, and its online presence is growing. When you start playing Magic the Gathering, you're not just learning how to play it, you're stepping into a living, breathing community. And it's partly thanks to one format that has helped it grow: Commander, which is a 4-player format built around legendary creatures. The format brings with it political play, ridiculous combos, and some of the most social game nights you will ever have. Commander has almost single-handedly made Magic more accessible. Now, here's where we put the trading in trading card game. The secondary market for Magic the Gathering is massive. Every card pool has real-world value, so you can sell or trade cards to build the deck that you want over time. Or just stock up your collection by ripping booster packs. So if you're someone who genuinely loves complexity, learning new mechanics and interactions, then Magic rewards investment like that. Okay, Magic sounds pretty great, right? The community, the depth, the secondary market. If that's so great, why are people even looking at Star Wars Unlimited? Why is this game showing up in conversation at all? Well, for one, it's easy to learn. And no, not that fake type of easy that, oh, it's easy once you get it. A first-time player can basically go from opening a starter set to understanding the full game loop in under 30 minutes. Okay, maybe I'm pushing it there. The rules are clean, the text is clear, and the two-lane system adds strategic depth without extra rulebook complexity. So the rules are clear, and for people who have bounced off MTG's learning curve, this game is a great welcome point. This is the thing MTG players often say first: if you don't have lands, you're stuck. And that's a nice way to put it. It is one of the most frustrating experiences in Magic the Gathering. But Star Wars Unlimited solves this completely. Any card in your hand can be placed face down as a resource. You never get flooded and you never get mana drought. Every card in your deck has dual value. It either does its thing or it fuels other cards. It is an elegant solution to one of TCG Gaming's oldest problems. If you're a Star Wars fan, well then playing this game feels like being in it. A random stormtrooper can pick up a lightsaber. The two-lane system means you're actually managing a ground battle and a space battle simultaneously. And lore bleeds through the mechanics in the most surprising and satisfying ways. Both games have real strength, and on paper, it's close. But we haven't talked about the hard stuff yet. And the hard stuff is where most of these comparisons fall apart. So, let's get uncomfortable. Magic the Gathering is expensive. Building a competitive standard deck in Magic can be anywhere from 3,000 to 10,000 rounds, depending on the format. And as for Modern and Legacy, don't even ask. Wizards of the Coast releases multiple sets a year, which then can put other sets out of rotation, meaning your deck can become obsolete very easily. Now, Commander softens this significantly, meaning you can absolutely enjoy Magic on a budget. But the perception problem is real. When someone Googles how to play Magic the Gathering, they often find a massive price tag waiting for them. And that is where most people walk away before they even shuffle up and play. Alright, now let's say plainly for Fantasy Flight Games, they do not have the best track record when it comes to keeping up with Star Wars games. But Star Wars Unlimited has shown real promise. It is now on its 7th set, Ashes of Creation. But the community's anxiety about the game's future isn't irrational. It's informed by history. So we'll see where this one goes. The secondary market for Star Wars Unlimited has had a bit of a rocky start. After the initial buzz of the first set, sets 2 and 3 saw some value dip. By set 3, the game lacked the competitive punch to drive the singles market. Cards that were worth significant money dropped, and sealed products stayed on shelves for quite a while. This is normal growing pains for a TCG. However, it spooked collectors. But the market appears to be stabilizing. Alright, so we've covered the history, the pros, the cons, the fear, and the market. And I promised you a straight answer at the end of this video, so here it is. Play Star Wars Unlimited if you are a Star Wars fan first and a TCG player second. The IP is going to carry you through the learning curve and keep you invested. Want an easy entry point into competitive TCG play without a 30-year rulebook hanging over you? If you're looking to play something fresh where the community is smaller and more welcoming because everybody is learning together. You're the kind of person who fell off because of Magic's learning curve and want an easy entry point. Play Magic the Gathering if you want a game that's been around for 30 years and has a proven track record. You have a friend group who already plays and can walk you through the systems. You want to play Commander specifically, which is one of the best multiplayer gaming experiences. You're in it for the long haul and want to have a collection that is broad and long-lasting. Play both if your wallet says yes and your soul says you love trading card games. Because honestly, both of these games scratch very different itches. MTG is deep, complex, and endlessly strategic. Star Wars Unlimited is fast, thematic, and immediately satisfying. Right, that's the breakdown. Star Wars Unlimited versus Magic the Gathering. Two great games, two very different experiences. Now you know exactly where you stand. Be sure to check out our digital magazine, and if you want to support us, you can buy us a coffee over on Ko-Fi, and hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment down below. Bye!